What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, and if you not if you're new, welcome back if you're not new, and if you're new, hello, how are you? My name is Anissa, and I'm happy you decided to click on this video and hang out with me in my kitchen. I'll try to make some musical thing happen. But today's video is just a grocery haul with a recipe at the end, so you do want to hang out there for that. But I love to share what I'm eating because that has helped me just feel more confident in my fitness journey, because that is where the results really happen. And I've even helped friends understand nutrition more so they can unlock their actual potential and see results finally for all the hard work that they're putting in the gym. So if that's what you need, hang out on this video. You're gonna get a food haul. You're going to get a recipe for my favorite way to meal prep chicken. It is a go-to, a winner, and so easy. Girl. I don't know if everybody's girls on here, but I'm always excited to make this because I know I'm about to have some bomb meals ahead. So let's get into it. So we have proteins to kick this off. First things first, I feel like I showed this on the last one. I don't remember, but this is one of my favorites of like being able to get something with flavor without having to go to the restaurant, if you know what I mean. So like this, for instance, you can make like taco bowls with, you can actually make tacos and be able to feel like you went out for Taco Tuesday without spending like a fortune. So, and you can stay on track and make skinny margs at home. But anyways, this is one of my favorites. It's like a dupe for the Kevin's brand and tastes muy bueno. Muy bueno, muy bien. I forgot my Spanish on that one, but I'll get back to y'all. Next up, just good old ground beef. They did not have 97, actually no, they did have 97.3, I lied. So I just realized I may have bought the wrong ground beef, but I did get a package of ground beef. I have really been loving to have this with rice and peas. If you know, you know, it's like a low-key, very bodybuilder-esque meal, and you just mix it all together and you can put some like sauce on it, but it really hits the spot. And I'm not against it. Honestly, even shrimp, rice, and peas is a weird one, but trust me on it. So not on this recipe video, but on a different one. And when I mean I bought the wrong one, I meant to buy like 97.3, but this is 93.7, but it's not that bad. And you can't go without some good old chicken. This is what we'll be using for tonight's recipe as well. So I'm so excited to share with y'all. But a good old pack of chicken. You can split this up even different ways. Like if you want to season things differently, that's a great way to not get like tired of your food. And it is a hack that will always work. Okay, so you know we don't skip out on protein. So in addition to meat, we have some non-fat Greek yogurt. I have two types I'm going to share with you. This is what I'd usually just take to work, or if I'm traveling to be able to have a snack. I'll throw some fruit with this. I'll throw like almonds with this, and I'm very satisfied. Also, it can help with the sweet tooth. I know you, I know me, and that can be a trigger. Also, when they're pre-portioned, getting into tracking like your calories and macros, everything's right there for you. So if you're on the go, it makes it easy. There are some other brands with generally more protein. This one has 15 grams, but not too bad once you can add in some other things. And if you're already hitting some of your protein goals, this is easy stuff. The other bit of non-fat Greek yogurt is this nice tub here. We're gonna be using it for ingredients in the house. So for my egg white bites, because I do wanna start making those since they're a little easier to maintain. And then also for tzatziki sauce, which I'm gonna try to make. Last up, some good old egg whites. My friend and foe at the same time. I am gonna just make egg white bites because I always have to diversify the way I make egg whites because I get over them very easily and they're not my favorite. So we're gonna go back to that, and they're easy to pop in the microwave, reheat. I love making egg white bites, simple stuff. Nice bundle of jasmine rice. You can't go wrong, especially when you're meal prepping. This will last you for a while, so it'll help you like also maximize like your budget when it comes to food. Now, one person who hates to cook sweet potatoes, like it's just such a process to me, and I'd really rather just use what I know I'm gonna eat, because it's not something I'm eating a lot in my meal plan. But this little frozen packet of steam in the bag roasted sweet potatoes, this is Good and Gather from Target. Amazing, absolutely 10 out of 10 recommend. You can either use the steam function, but what I like to do is just portion out what I want, because they're just diced up, and I'll cook it on top of the stove for whatever meal I want. Another thing I have to have on me is just always like some extra fine green beans. This is one of those vegetables I don't get tired of. Like, I'll get tired of asparagus, because I looked at asparagus today and I was like, but this I never get tired of. I usually just season salt and pepper, maybe even like red pepper flakes if I'm feeling a little spicy, and I'll again portion out what I want to make for a particular meal, and then I'll have my veggie covered. Also, I do like either buying fresh or frozen vegetables. Right now, I really like frozen. It helps preserve the life of your produce in particular. And for instance, I live with my husband. He's not always eating the same meal plan. So bulk preparing or having a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables on hand can sometimes lead to them just going bad. So frozen is the way to go, if anything. And also sometimes it's more cost efficient. So if you're trying to crunch your budget a little bit more, go to the frozen section, you'll be fine. I know, like, technically some of the minerals and all that will get lost, but you guys just eat to fuel your body, and if you need a little extra supplements to help fill in any nutritional gaps, you'll be fine. From the fresh produce section, I did grab some peppers. I do prefer these to be fresh, and I'm gonna use them in the egg white bite recipe that I make, and I'll slice them up because they're really nice to have as a snack. I have also some celery, and once I put that with the tzatziki sauce, I'm gonna be snacking real good. For a little more flavor to what I'm about to make, tonight I grabbed some cilantro so I can top it off at the end. I wonder if you can guess what I'm making. Spinach, I just grabbed a little bag of it because I'm gonna use it primarily for my egg white bites. I'll do peppers usually in there, the bell peppers, and spinach, and like some garlic and other seasonings. Even like chipotle seasoning in those is really good. But this one, I actually don't have onions on hand, so I'm just doing the bell peppers, the spinach, the garlic, and some little other seasonings. So that is all for the egg white bites. Like I told you earlier, I'm gonna try to make some tzatziki sauce. I don't know if you all have this place where you live called Cava, but I have been kind of obsessed with it. And I was just thinking, with like my proteins, I could just get that little Greek flair just by adding some tzatziki sauce. So I have dill weed, lemon, and a cucumber. So I'm gonna try that. It's gonna be a busy night in my kitchen. I'm a little nervous. For fruits, I have raspberries and blueberries, both my absolute favorite lately. I've loved raspberries in my yogurt with a little honey, like drizzled on top of it. It just satisfying like no other. I also grabbed salsa. Salsa is something else I like to have on hand because it's not very high in calorie as long as you measure it out, and you can add that to just give things on your meal plan a little bit more flavor. So it's one of my little hacks. How cute are these? They were like $4 for $5 at Publix, but they're the little mini bottles of the Melindas. I grabbed the green sauce because I was just like, I like green sauce normally. And then this one, she is a banger. It's not even right how good this stuff is, but I love truffle and I like spice. And I don't really use this on a lot, so I felt like these little bottles will be perfect. Again, thinking also traveling, like I could throw this in my bag and be done with it and be able to add some extra sauce on my food that I bring along with me on any trips. So I am in a season of balance, but I do like to indulge a little bit. I love sweets. Everything else I can really care less about. Sweets. However, these are little game changers, and they will hit the spot when you need a sweet tooth fix. They are ranging like 170 on the caloric intake. For instance, the little cups of yogurt I just showed you over there was like 100, but there is definitely differences. There's fat, there's a little bit more carbs to this. However, again, I would love to have a whole apple pie. That does not help my goals. It's not conducive. However, this will satisfy me, get me through, and I'll be back on to my life. So those I discovered a little while ago, the Chobani Creations, and I was like, thank you, thank you. All right, we've gone through everything. Let's get ready to make something absolutely spectacular. Get ready to take notes. You are going to want to try this. All you're gonna need for this recipe is a pack of chicken breasts and a can of salsa and a crock pot. Now, depending on the size of your crock pot, you may not need this full pack of chicken. And also, if you want more like spice flavors, feel free to add in things. Sometimes I add in like chipotle, maybe a little crushed red pepper. But again, depends on what flavors you're feeling. But really, this and this will absolutely suffice. Let's start by turning on the crock pot. I'll go ahead and put it on high, that way it can heat up while I am prepping everything else. Now I am adding seasoning to these chicken breasts, just chipotle, generously covering the entire chicken breast in a mixing bowl, and then just making sure I mix it thoroughly through. Everything is getting covered and evenly dispersed. Now you could opt to just pop the chicken breast once they're finished being seasoning, covered, into a fridge, let it soak in more. However, I am just placing them directly into the crock pot. Now it's time to add in our jar of salsa. I usually stick with like a medium or a mild, and that way I can add more spices to it. But I just use a small jar because I have a smaller crock pot. Bigger crock pot, more chicken breast, go with a larger jar of salsa. And I'll just add a little water as well in, just to loosen it up a little bit more. Now I'll just take a pair of tongs, spread the chicken throughout the salsa, making sure everything's evenly distributed, and that way it'll cook down really nice, nothing burns, nothing like that. Once everything is set up, I'm just going to cover the chicken and let it cook down for around an hour, hour and a half, and then I'll take a moment and start to go ahead and pull apart the chicken, just using like fork, tongs, shredding it up, and getting it to the exact consistency I like. I like very finely shredded chicken, so this will take me a little while. I still have the crock pot on, and what I'll do is, once I'm done with shredding the chicken, I'll recover it to let it simmer and cook through more. That final simmer after shredding usually takes about 30 minutes, and once that's done, you can get ready to serve this up however you like. If you're like me, I'm always taste testing my food as I'm cooking it, and I'm so excited of how well it turns out. So I hope you saw how easy it is to make that chicken. Literally, I can get other things done. I was cleaning, did some dishes, they're still running, made some other food, all while making that chicken. It is that easy. Even if you don't know how to cook, you can absolutely make that chicken, I promise you. So let's hang out some more. I'm gonna want you to check out a different grocery haul I did. No recipe on that one, sorry. But you can get some other ideas of things that I eat on that one. I'm gonna put that on the channel, and I'll see you later.